Hello boys and girls and boys. Once again, welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. So, the DRZ review has been a huge success, over 1,000 views already. So, I guess the next thing to do will be kind of a controversial topic, talking about this piece right here, the Icon variant. More specifically, I guess the fiberglass ones. I ain't real sure what it is. I think it's fiberglass, but I've never owned a carbon one. So I can't really say much about the carbon ones because I've never owned one, never rode with one. Yeah, I've never even seen one in person. So we'll talk about the basic variants. Pros: it is compared to like Arai and showy helmets and your full-on out race helmets. It's a pretty cheap helmet. I think they range from like $350 up to like $500 or so. So it's a relatively cheap helmet. There are helmets that are cheaper, but it's for a decent helmet you're gonna pay somewhat close to that range. It has a great area of view with this big old windshield, wind visor, whatever the fuck they call it. You can see everything. It looks awesome. That's the reason I got one in the first place. They look fucking awesome. It's pretty comfortable. I've ridden with lighter helmets that I have two Scorpions that are lighter and a bit more comfortable, but it's not like the variant is uncomfortable. It's a very comfortable helmet. I mean, I ride with it all the time, so I wouldn't ride with it if it sucked ass. But I think the biggest thing going for this helmet is the way it looks. Wind noise, not too bad in this helmet. Definitely not as bad as the old HJC I used to have. Not quite as good at wind noise as my Scorpion, but I mean, it's a good, it's good for wind noise. I mean, I can hear what I'm doing, I can understand everything. Cons: it's kind of a heavy helmet. Compared to a normal just street bike helmet, it is kind of heavy. And compared to dirt bike helmets, it's a heavy helmet. I can move my head around, I can definitely feel the weight of it. It's gonna sound weird that this is on the pros and cons list, but it costs $350. And I've got a helmet, it's a Scorpion XO, I think it's a 7 something. I'm not good with numbers and memorizing them. But it's the oil spill Scorpion XO. I think brand new that one's like $290, $60 cheaper or so. And riding wise, if I'm not trying to do a vlog, I'm just trying to go out and ride, it is a much better helmet. So the variant, it's a good helmet and it's not terribly priced, but I do think it is priced higher because it is popular. I don't think it's a higher price because it's a better helmet. It's more or less people like it, so they buy it and they'll pay $350 to $500 for one. I did have the Radiant Glory for a little while I had my sport bike, and I've heard people complain that the visor tries to lift their head up or whatever and they can't look to the side at speed on a sport bike. I didn't really have that problem. Granted, I don't run around 100 mile an hour everywhere. I ride my sport bike kind of like I ride this. I ride around 55, 60 mile an hour. I don't really speed any. The only other pro or con I can think of is the wind visor itself. It is big, you can see the whole world out of it. And if you leave it alone when you buy it, like you just keep the regular plain clear visor on it that comes with it, you're good to go. You won't have this problem at all. But if you want to go to a mirrored shield, a tinted shield, if you want to change your clear shield to any other shield other than the one that came on it, these screws in the side, well, first off, getting to the screws is a fucking ass of a job. It is way more complicated than it should be. Like, almost every helmet I've had has had some sort of quick release for your visors that you pop off, pop back on, and you're done. This, you have to pop this little piece off under the screw on both sides, then put that shield back on, line everything up, get the screws in before anything comes unaligned, because you know how much of a fucking asshole shit like that can be. Screw it on, and then somehow get these fucking tabs to pop back in so your little screws are covered up. And then, after you've done everything you can, hey guy, what's up? After you've done everything you can to try and make sure it's lined up and perfect, it still won't shut exactly like it should. That is my biggest complaint about this helmet, is the visor. And really overall, it's my only complaint about this helmet. Yes, it's heavy, yes, it's a little overpriced, but it's a good helmet. It looks cool as hell. And I can say from experience that if you crash in one, it'll do a good job of saving your ass. But if you're looking for a helmet that's relatively cheap, pretty comfortable, looks good, and if you reckon it's not going to like cave in and bust your head open, the Variant's a good helmet for you. I do think there are better options than the Variant. It's a good helmet. It's not a great helmet. And if you want one, go get one. If you don't want one, don't get one. But there's nothing for me to say that says if you like this helmet and you want one, that you shouldn't go spend the money on it. I mean, it's worth the money. It's a little overpriced, but it's worth it. Now let's switch to the part where I show you how good this motherfucker looks.